It's your time. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. Your next 48 hours. My earth signs. Big cat wave. As you dive in to the next 48 hours, darling dears. The planetary energies. The powerful Mars. Mars is in Aries, darling dear. It rules over the sign Aries, the first house. Mars is about action. It also speaks about your passion and your drive, being aggressive about getting to the bag, getting to what? The best days of your life, darling dear. It also speaks about conflict as you what? Buff up in the what? Big cat scales, darling dear, as the Big Cat Chronicles continues for you, my earth signs. Big cat wave. You are what? You are practical, sensual. I know some people find it hard to believe, but you are. And I'll have nothing else said. You're drawn to material goods, getting the best out of life, working hard, but with a goal. Some say that you are what? Stubborn. I say not. I think not, Scotty. I think you are obstreperous, loud, and difficult, extremely difficult to handle, especially when a bottom feeder who has tree sloth ways from the backwoods is trying to handle you, darling dears. I know. Foolishness, of course. Right. Some say you're unyielding. Well, guess what? They deserved it. What? Your shapely back. Law 16. Let's press on, darling dears. The planetary energies, as I was saying. Mars is in Aries. This is a cosmic partnership which encourages you to really go after what you want. Over the next 48 hours. Jupiter and Chiron are also in Aries. Everything's going on in the first house, guys. It's popping off there. Right? What does Aries talk about? Aries talks about your courage, your passion, the self, darling dear. As well as what? Some people's ego may be a bit too buffed up. Maybe you'll be taken down a peg or two. We shall see. Jupiter and Chiron, as I said, are also in Aries. This is a major green light to stop sitting on the sidelines. Get into the game, darling dear. You're saying what game? The one you create, darling dear. We are playing chess in 22. With Mars and Jupiter and Chiron being influenced by the confident Aries, darling dears, your competitive drive and side will be peaking, as will they, them, and darling dear, trying to compete where they don't compare. You are being challenged to cross the finish line over the next 48 hours. My big cat earth signs, big cat wave. Pardon me, that was a spiritual belch because I speaks the truth roof. Pinkies up. Birds are very quiet outside today. Right, let's dive in. Let's see what runestone you have for the next 48 hours. Oh, you have a duo. One fell on my lap, darling dear. It seems like justice is about to fall into your lap. When you cast runes, you read them from right to left. Good God. You have what? Taurus as well as Uranus. Taurus is justice, right? Libra energy. You also have Uranus, represented by the Hierophant. My God card in tarot, darling dear. It speaks about your boundaries. It also speaks about what? A situation, right? That breached your boundaries is about to be righted. This also speaks about what? Being in charge. Who's in charge? Big cat is in charge. You are in charge. My earth signs. It also speaks about speaking your truth. There is no higher court than the truth. And what? Sitting in your power. Some of you are teachers. You are being called to be mentors now, darling dear. Leading what? That truth walk. Taurus, darling dear. Lean in, big cat. Lean in. Represented by the letter T. The numbers 44, 45, 46, and 47. Again, it points to you what? Standing in your authority, darling dear. Analyzing certain situations with a rational mind. Weighing up the pros and cons. It also speaks about resolution. Bringing what? A painful ending for some. And justice, darling dear. And freedoms created for you, big cat. You created some form of freedom. It could be the releasing of a marriage contract, a business contract. Going your own way. Yes, baby. As I said, it's the Libra energy of it all. It speaks about the balance that you're bringing into your life, your commitments, darling dear. You're getting equal give and take. Again, legal matters are going to be on the up and up. This also speaks about a HR problem. If you've got a HR problem, darling dear, lead with the truth. You've got a file. The Hierophant takes the time to gather information, darling dears. Why? You're being divinely guided to whom's going to give you the best. The best. What? Pieces or peccadillos to add to your intel, darling dear, which you can use to further your ends. I told you. It's about finishing the race, darling dear. The race. You also have your Uras, represented by the letter U and V. As I said, it's the Hierophant, Taurus energy. This speaks about what? Sexual desires. Somebody desiring you, darling dear, and it's on the up and up. Someone who you've cut ties with. Really? They need to scrub their brain of that foolishness. You're also understanding, because this is represented by the number 5. 5 in the 48 laws of power speaks about your reputation. You're realizing your reputation is everything. Hang with 4 bottom feeders? Guess who's going to be number 5? Not the big cat. You've learned to what? Walk with the wise. Proverbs 13:20. So therefore, you are wise by default. Hey, love it. Posh, clap. Love it. Standing in your authority, darling dear. This is also learning new things. Some of you are going into the legal field, whether you are a lawyer or I don't know, a legal assistant, a secretary, but you're going into a new career. One where you're going to be promoted quickly, darling dear. Why? Because you come with the truth and the intellect and the knowledge. Justice holds the soul high. This speaks about what? Working hard towards your goals and achieving them over the next 48 hours. Finishing the race. Let's see what your ancestral message is. Okay. The True Love's Oracle card fell into my hand and it has no elastic band on it. I usually have an elastic band around my cards. You know your worth, darling dear, and you've added tax. This also speaks about what? A knock, darling dear. Somebody who tried to what? Muddy the waters on how you saw yourself. Possibly why you're no longer together anymore. Possibly why they're still desiring you, darling dear, because they can't get you back. Not into thumber mode. You've given it up, darling dear. You gave back the wood. This is knowing your worth and adding tax. Facing your shadow side. You've been doing it, darling dear. And the simpletons from the spiritual short box, darling dear, they want to come through and resolve conflict, all on the last day of Mercury retrograde. Good God. Baby, bruh, sistrine, don't allow the darkness in. This person needs to be alone. Leave Bobby alone. Bobby is what? A stone figure, right? And a Neanderthal. Look at them in their cave. This also speaks about what? Somebody's burning. They're I don't know. They're feeling despondent. They're feeling apathetic. Yes, baby. Disappointed and disillusioned. I see understanding, compassion, and empathy. Good God, maybe they had none of those, or they're wanting you to give it to them, darling dear, to bring them round one more time. To what? Take your hairline, put it in a reverse friar tuck, blood, for the 22s, all when you was getting great. This is also about you, what? Resolving conflict within, darling dear, balancing out your masculine and feminine energies. Be nurturing unto yourself. Some of you have had to isolate yourself in order to gain a new understanding of loving thyself first. Love it. Posh clap. Situations where empathy, compassion, and understanding was not being bandied around, learning a thing or two about yourself. This also speaks about living alone. Some of you are living alone. I mean, not in a couple, and definitely not in a throuple. Fist bump. Base of the deck. Because you're divine feminine. With your male or female, this is you sitting in your feminine side. The side that is what? Abundant. Divine feminine is represented by the Empress. This is Earth and Venus energy, love of self, expansion, abundance. Yes, be a bit earth energy. Your lendables, right? Material things. This is the acquiring of it, material things. This is about pampering yourself, darling dear. Listening to your higher mind, connecting with your higher mind. It also speaks about a pregnancy, darling dear, or possibly children that was born in a marriage situation. I'm feeling if you have a boy child, an emperor in training, you need to speak to this person. They're hiding a lot of their feelings about a separation. Standing in your divine feminine energy, darling dears. Let's put it right there so we don't forget how fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely you are. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Base of the deck. You saw me shuffle. You know your worth. And you've added tax. Independent, darling dear. Love of thyself. I tell you all the time, big cats, you've got to run with 5 things. Love God, then you love thyself. After that, if you've got progeny, you bring them into the mix, because you can't love them if you're not loving yourself. How can you be what? A leader. The 4th and the 5th thing is the body in the bag. Exercise thy temple, darling dear. Work out. It frees the mind, it raises the vibration, and it keeps you in shape, darling dear, so that you can sidestep the fucking knees, blood. Mr. Bull Swanky. The bag, the multiple streams of income, it brings choice. And for those of you that say, oh, I don't care about the money, Case. You don't care about the money. You don't know where to shop. You don't. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoke, blood. Right, let's move on. Let's get a deck and see what's going on in these streets. Oh, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This speaks about a loyal partner. It also speaks into what? Your business acumen. This is about you what? Planting your seeds, darling dear, and those seeds come into fruition. This is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it speaks about steady progress. All of it what? Feeding into your self-worth. And again, I told you, you rise with the boundaries. You've got big shaboinking boundaries, darling dear. You've been through a thing or two. The archway at your back speaks about what? You being open, or it's a passage to a new beginning, darling dear. A new beginning, and something's opening up for you. You also have what? A distorted feminine at your back, darling dear. It could be male or female. Somebody who is bitter to their core. Oh well, as long as it's outside the perimeter, we good. And if it tries to breach the perimeter, darling dears, 3 go-to moves. You have a nay. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, darling dear. That's another form of exercise for your body works. Right. Let's dive in, darling dears. Let's dive in. I'm going to do a Celtic cross and gather the energies for my big cat earth signs. It's about you crossing the finishing line using the energy of Aries, thyself, darling, your self-promotion. Be your biggest fan. The Mars is about what? Being aggressive, but the Mars has to have the idea. Whatever goals and dreams you've been following, darling dear, you have to erect boundaries. We see it twice. 2 is the number of the High Priestess, and the number 2 is about you finding what? True balance in your life and partnerships, like-minded souls, darling dears. They did something foolish when it was you, darling dear. They tried to do what? Law number 1, outshine the big cat. Hey, they sorry now and alone. What's going on at this moment in time around my big cat earth signs? Let's see. Oh, we've got the 3 of Wands. Again, Aries energy as well as the Sun energy, darling dear. This is about you what? Looking towards your long-term visions. This is about your ships coming in. Whatever goals you've been working towards, darling dear, you're about to see what? The fruition of your hard work. You didn't do just believe in it, darling dear. You work towards it. James 2:14. Faith without works is dodo dead. The Three of Wands also speaks about your foresightedness. You took time to what? Plan, plot, and strategize as only you do with the Wands energy. This is about your work, darling dear. Something that you've been working towards. You've been confidently following it. Why? Because you were spiritually guided. The Wands speak about spiritual strength. Again, we see the sun energy shining on thyself. And again, the Aries energy, putting yourself first, putting yourself in a new arena. Absolutely love that. What's the good or bad of it? We've got the Five of what? Wands. What? The gossipers, the merchants of slander, those in the past that put what? Other people before you, darling dear. And it also speaks about you. Some of you have moved into a field that is highly competitive. But there's no competition where they don't compare. They, them, and The Five of Wands, darling dears, is represented by Leo energy as well as Saturn energy. It speaks about conflict, darling dear, which brings about true change in your life. There's a lot of what? Tongue wrestling. I told you, useless gossip. The Five of Wands also speaks about a lawsuit. Somebody's won a lawsuit. Gossip, defamation of character, darling dear. They didn't have the foresight to plan out everything. This also breeds into what? Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Oh, I said it's bleeding into everything, blood. Hey. Anyhow, let's press on. The good or bad of the situation, darling dear. Whomsoever's gossiping, they're gossiping at your back. You are focused, holding your gangster as you move towards your dreams and your ambitions. What actions can the big cat take at this moment in time? We've got the World card, darling dear. Clean slate, a new beginning. It also speaks about the spyers, Sputnik, and the hillbilly investigations. Some of you are what? Taking your business on the internet, darling dear, and it's going to do extremely well. You are going to be what? Standing head and shoulders above, competing in a field, as I said, which is highly competitive. But you've got boundaries, darling dear. Not only that, there's only one big cat, darling dear. You can't be copied. You may get the doppelgangation and the Agent Smith affiliates, but you're creating a brave new world for yourself. Love it. Posh clap. World card represented by Earth as well as Saturn energy and the fixed signs of Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It speaks about a guide, darling dear. You being a guide or being guided in a situation, following your intuition, one's energy. Action is to what? In situations, if it's friends or family, past family members, whatever the situation is for you. The Eight of Wands speaks about what? The swift movement. You're going to be getting some kind of messages over the next 48 hours. Communication is coming in, blood. It also speaks about secret admirers because the Eight of Wands is Cupid's arrows. Somebody is watching someone on the World Wide Web and they're about to make themselves known because you're the Empress. Hey! And some of us want to what? Come out of isolation, darling, and resolve conflict. Good God, are you up for it? Do you have the hairline for it? These questions you must ask yourself. My earth signs. So what are you really trying to achieve in this season over the next 48 hours, right? You're trying to achieve what? The Two of Swords, this is about making a decision. Some of you need to make a big decision. You're going to have to take a leap of faith, darling dears. We've got Libra energy as well as the moon. Two of Swords. It speaks about achieving a state where you're making true decisions that you're not blind. You have all of the information. This is you understanding that there was no growth for you in situations from the past. This is something that's beneath you, darling dear. The Two of Swords also speaks about some kind of jealousy being directed at you, darling dear. And it's from the least person you would expect. This person is a two-faced, right? A front tabber. They get no S. Someone that's been taking your business, darling dear, to someone else or else's. This is also people bringing up past situations because you're not the same cat you used to be before. The assets that you have is the Knight of Cups. This is about you being charming, darling dear, and gaining the attention of others. This is about you moving in silence, darling dear, but using your intuition. This is an asset for you. Your assets is your talents and your skills. It's your natural inborn charm. You're able to what? Function amongst people. Your words, darling dear, how you carry yourself, your creativities. Again, it's telling you to turn your back on negative energy or words being brought to you by merchants of slander. They're bringing up the past situations that you've ended. You made firm decisions to leave certain type of talk and people behind. The Knight of Cups also speaks about asset, right? A creative new beginning for you, darling dear. It also is telling you to reflect. It's a time for you to what? Understanding how much you've grown. Yeah, because you're the Empress and you've been spiritually guided to get to your North Node. Find direction. You found direction. What's coming for you, darling dears? What's coming towards you? Let's give it this. Oh, we have the Emperor in reverse, darling dear. This is somebody, this could be an ex-partner because the Emperor represents a husband or a future husband. Next to the fighting, this was a volatile situation. It could be male or female. If you've got progeny, they're not there. They're the absent parent. This is someone that no longer has authority in your life. Juxtaposed to the Knight of Cups, they like to give the rusty cup to all and sundry, darling dears. Put you in competition with others until you decided to minus the big cat world card, ended a situation, a decision because you didn't like being left over. This also speaks about secrets, darling dear. Secret texts, because swords represent communication, secret messages that was being passed around by an Emperor in reverse. This also speaks about what? A lack of a father figure in your life left you confused for a time, darling dear. This is about you having to kiss many frogs before you realize there's only one big cat and you're a divine feminine. The Empress of them all. Base of the deck. Whomsoever this person is in the past that betrayed you, this person would like to come back. They want to see if you've gotten over all of this and that you've done. 10 of Swords in your back blood, all up and down your back chakra. You're also going to be hearing of someone that you dealt with in the past, darling dear. They're going through some kind of illness. The swords represent a mental break. It also speaks about what? A bitter Betty or a bitter Benjamin still chopping it up about you when your back is firmly turned, focused on your goals, your long-term dreams, and actively moving towards that. A new world, a brave new world, darling dears. Let's move these cards over so they can all fit on the table. What is the big cat not seeing at this moment in time? What is big cat earth signs? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Not seeing at this moment in time. Thank you. We've got the Four of Cups. You're not seeing people that have not moved on from you emotionally, darling dear. You're no longer emotionally tied. I told you, you're the Knight of Cups. This is self-love, drinking of said cup. The Knight of Cups can be a little bit egotistical. This is about really receiving some kind of a status or a come up after you left a situation, my big cat. Earth signs, you did. Four of Cups, Moon and Cancer energy on its face, darling dears. On its face. A lot of negativity. A lot of past emotional negativity with this Emperor in reverse. It could be a father figure, it could be a husband, but they're no longer in your situation. The Ten of Swords speaks about what? Taking the knives out of your back, the blades, darling dear, and having the what? Foresight. Three of Wands to cut the cords. This is also whomsoever that person, they have to choose between two people, darling dear. I told you, if you've got to listen, if there's ever a choice between a big cat and a throuple, a third party, choose the third party, darling dears. Minus the big cat, base of the deck. Whomsoever this past person was, darling dear, they would like to come back in, but you are vigilant. Sagittarius is the only zodiac sign that is weaponized. You've got what? Certain things that will get them to in their black hole heart. What you're not seeing is that this past person wants to come back. They're still impassioned by you. They have not emotionally moved on from you. It also speaks about what? This person is also unable to forgive. So they're what? Living in their reverse root chakra mode. This person took a risk on you, darling dear, in the emotional department. And they lost big time. Big time. This is what you're not seeing, darling dears. This is what Spirit is not allowing you to see, because Spirit wants you to focus on this brave new world you're creating. Spirit wants you to continue to drink of your cup of self-love. Boundaries, darling dear. Knowing your worth. And whomsoever they left you for, it's a distorted feminine. Somebody who's a bitter Betty or bitter Benjamin. A come-up king or queen, darling dear. Someone who does not know their worth. Someone who can be pulled about like taffy. Someone with no boundaries. Good God, this is what you're not seeing. The wounded warrior also speaks about the spiritual strength it took you to rebuild from the inside out. This is you looking back at past information, darling dear. Things that happened, things that were said. But you're not using it to break you down anymore, because you've got no more emotion to offer into past situations, especially with this reverse emperor. This is moving on, darling dear, from a father figure. It could be a mother figure, but whomever that narc is, they ain't got no play in your life. You need to understand that you are free from them, but they are not free from you, darling dear. What about timing? Influences on the situation that you're in right now and for the next 48 hours. What's the timing saying? Oh, because in the upright, the Seven of Pentacles is waiting on your results. In the reverse, darling dear, you're about to receive something big time. Some seeds you've sown, darling dear. This is a return on your income. I've got to read it in the upright. It also speaks about the leaving of a disloyal partner, somebody who never invested in a situation. You lost a lot of money. Some of you said you lost time, I'm hearing, up to as much as 7 years. Ace of the deck, darling dear. It affected your health, your mental health. There was no success in that situation. Pentacles. Pentacles is represented by years, so you was in this situation for some time. Pentacles is also represented, their look. They're either dark-skinned or olive-skinned. Black or brown hair, brown eyes. Yeah. Medium build. Yeah. All of this and that. You know who it is. Yeah. You know who these people or person is. Right? And it also speaks about, Pentacles speaks about winter. It was in the winter months when you disassociated yourself from this drainage. It could be a husband that you told what? Love and light with 2 of these and 1 of those. Base of the deck, darling dear. This person is amongst the codependent and they're not spiritually protected or guided. And they want you to what? If you've got them unblocked, they want you to unblock them. Are you going to do it, big cat? Hit me up in the comments. Don't Gmail me this. No. I need to see that with the other cats. We need to have a tete-a-tete. Because you need to understand what worthiness is and self-worth. And what? Boundaries, blood. Because they're dealing with a distorted feminine. Somebody who is desperate, darling, enough to take all levels of abuse. Just to say that they have a man or a woman. No boundaries, darling dear. Unlike you, who knows your worth. This is 8 of Pentacles, darling dear. In the reverse, lost money and time in a situation. That everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens before its time. And you ended that situation in the winter months. Yeah, that's when you got your flip-flop back, your common sense. Your hopes and fears, your ultimate goal is victory, darling dear. A burden, right? Good God. And you've got a what? High Priestess in the reverse, darling dear. Someone that's keeping secrets. The High Priestess also represents what? A professional mistress, a Jezebel spirit, somebody who likes the spell work, somebody who would like to what? Put burdens on you, but you are big cat. You are spiritually protected and guided. The High Priestess on its face also speaks about lessons. Somebody not learning lessons. And it also speaks about somebody not having a rational mind. Your ultimate goal, darling dear, is to always what? Use your intuition, go within, darling dear. This is about you what? Having a prayer as well as a plan, because whatever burdens you had on you previously, they're about to be lifted. We see Sagittarius as well as Leo energy with the Jupiter and the Saturn. Two major big boy or girl planets, darling dear. What you're not seeing, darling dear, is those that are behind you that are jealous, have malicious intent, malicious words, darling dear. They would love to burden you, but you're still winning. This is about you being blessed in their face, all because you what? Chose you. Your next 48 hours is going to be fabulous, gorgeous, and lovely, darling dears. All in the face of the jelly bogelly that wanted you to go down, Bobby Brown. Final possible outcome. We've got the Page of Wands. Leave that there because that's a message for that. Final possible outcome. Page of Wands speaks about good news. A choice that you're making. We've got the Page of Swords. This is about being curious about life and a new beginning. You may have as much as 2 progeny in this situation. But it also speaks about spying. They're still going to be watching, darling dear. But they're going to watch what? The rise of the big cat. It speaks about a sudden change in your life. Something that you brought about. And it also speaks about, with the swords, it's about divine downloads, inspiration, guidance, darling dear, on where to step next. And divine wants you to what? Relax. You've been working hard, my dear big cat, my earth signs. You're going to have a season of a restful period coming towards you. And it's also a reminder to what? Analyze all information coming towards you, because some of the information may come with destruction and a catastrophe to boot. But it is a sudden change and a new beginning for you. We'll clarify now. The decision, my teeth back in. The decisions that you've made is about to what? Bring a new prospect. This is somebody hollering at you, and it also speaks about what? A younger lover. Someone younger than you or you younger than them, but definitely an age difference. The Page of Wands also speaks about your creativities, darling dear. Following your intuition, your dreams and your passions, because it's going to what? Bring nothing but blessings in your life, allowing you to release burdens. It also speaks about the hard work you put into a situation in the dark. The High Priestess also speaks about, next to the 10 of Wands, speaks about the many that spoke on your gangster, darling dear. Whatever you was putting together, they wanted it to fail. This goes to 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. But what? Who God bless, no man can curse. Split the deck. You made a decision, a difficult decision, to turn your back on a temporary toxic situation, choosing you, and you've been gifted with a brave new world. Right, let's clarify these cards and then we're out of here. Base of the deck, a passionate new beginning. This speaks about a new love affair. It also speaks about your what? Your intuition, being on the litty side. Pay attention, darling dear. Pay attention. It also speaks about you moving into an inspired position of power. But definitely a passionate new relationship. And for some of you, this brave new world will include a new child. A child is born. Congratulations. The Wands also speaks about what? Building a house or a home. Taking a risk, darling dear. Somebody's taking a risk and possibly taking on a mortgage in the next 48 hours. It's going to be worth it, darling dear. It will pay off in the end. Hard work, yes, but it will pay off. Clarify the indecision or the decision that you made and the good news coming in. Number one is judgment. The good, somebody, whoever's coming towards you, darling dear, this is somebody from the past, and we are still in Mercury retrograde until tomorrow when Mercury goes direct, right? Good God. This is a partner you possibly put higher than you. You didn't have all of the information. This was a mask wearer, darling dear. They didn't turn out to who they purported themselves to be. The judgment card again speaks about the sudden change. A change of status, whatever you've been working towards, darling dear. It may have been in the dark. You may not have had the financial gain that you expected in up to this point. Somebody's also wishing that they chose you in a past situation. They chose someone else over you, darling dear. And they are stressed, pressed, pumped, and perturbed. It also speaks about malicious words. This person can't sleep at nighttime, darling dear. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups in reverse. This is what a dick dealer, somebody that would like to have a one-night stand with you. Divine is telling you to think clearly, Scotty. Get a grip. You don't sleep with people from the past. You don't sleep with people that come with the red flags. I don't care how charming they are, right? Because they come with a third party. You don't want to be, you don't know who you're getting in the bed with. You're getting with them and all the people they've slept with. All of them soul ties in the mix. No. No, big cat. No. What's this brave new world that you've co-created in the name of the Most High? Yeah, the hard work you put in, darling dear. This is achievement, success, accolades, certification, darling dear. It also speaks about you, what? Finding a new direction. I said, in your brave new world. Finding your feet in this new world you've co-created for yourself. Because I told you, you're the Empress. And whatever decisions you make, they're going to go in your favor, darling dear. I told you, you've bossed up. You're a mentor. You're a teacher. This also speaks about someone being divorced from a situation. It was the right choice you made because you've done nothing but boss up and you live by the truth. You speak the truth, Ruth, in the face of bad energy that was being directed at you. Cup of love, yeah. And it also speaks about the helping hands that are coming towards you to help off your pantaloons. I told you, I don't care who it is. Even if it's a divinely guided partner, everyone must be interviewed, darling. Their birth natal chart and all of that. But divine is about to give you a season of what? You're going to be in receiving. You've been given. It's your turn to receive, darling dear. We see the scales, Libra energy. Things are balancing out in your favor. A change in your finances, your health. If you've got a business, you'll be getting more clients. The receiving of your accolades and your achievements for the hard work you did. The next 48 hours is going to see a major turnaround in your life. Your creativities are about to be rewarded. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddler to Teesprings, toddler to Patreon, or simply come back here. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hit the thumbs up button. Be my Obi-Wan Kenobi. Share the message, darling dears. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Cat. Cat. Don't know what's going on with this music. Mercury retrograde, we're still in you, but we're leaving it behind. Namaste, big cat. Namaste. Continue to bend the matrix.